What's up, YouTube? Uh, let some people get in here first. Hey, what's up, guys? Courtney, you already know. So I wasn't planning on going live, but I just figured it's fair that I ask questions that I get answered so much. And believe it or not, when you build a following, you get questions all the time. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I can honestly see why so many people get overwhelmed. I can see why so many people hire people to answer their phones, book their appointments, schedule their day, because you just can't do it. And with the little following I have compared to so many, it can really get overwhelming. I get questions, emails, phone calls. I just have so many of you guys who just pick up the phone and call me. Is this Courtney for Truman Steamers? Is this Courtney? Hey, Courtney, I have a question for you. I have this question for you. I have that question for you. I have people just call me just to thank me for the motivation and the inspiration I have given them. I have people that find me on YouTube and they live in Texas, California, New York. Ask, do you come here? I mean, I literally have people that ask me, will I come to their state and clean for them? So I get a lot of questions, a lot of answers each and every day. I mean, like nonstop. And I love it. I will say, guys, I love it. But at the same time, I'm human, and sometimes I just can't. You just can't keep up. You just can't keep up. Um, but just to answer some of you guys' questions, one of the questions I get answered the most, I see it the most, is why don't you move furniture? Why didn't you move the furniture? Why did you clean around the furniture? Guys, you have to understand, we as cleaners, that's our job, is to clean. Now, there is a difference between sliding furniture and moving furniture. Okay? When you slide something, like for example, if you have a piece of furniture, an end table, dining room chairs, nightstands, I tell the customer upon their request, we will slide those items clean under it and push it back. We don't move beds, excuse me. We don't move dressers. We don't move entertainment sets. We don't never touch electronics, antiques, china cabinets, none of this stuff. We don't touch it because that's not our job, and we're not insured like a moving company. And also, if something, let's say if I move someone's bed, and if that bed got damaged or broke, I would be responsible for it, because again, it's not my job to move people's furniture. So again, if you do hire a cleaner, or if you are a cleaner, remember there's a difference between sliding furniture and moving furniture. Technically, guys, if you really understand how furniture is made, furniture isn't meant to be moved. It's meant to be stationary. So I always tell all my customers, that's why you guys watch my videos, you never see me move furniture, because my customers understand that. And if someone do call, and every random, every now and then, maybe 2 to 4 times a year, I will get someone that will call and say, well, if you're not going to move the furniture, we're not going to hire you. Okay, that's fine. Find somebody else that's willing to risk, you know, moving your furniture for you. Good luck. But Truman Steamer is not going to do it. Um, so that's just to answer the question about moving furniture. That's like the number one question I get asked the most. Why don't you move furniture? Okay. I got a message from a follower, and again, it's sometimes it's hard to keep up. And she stated something about how um, I always say, um, what did she say? I said, know your worth, or get what you pay for, something like that. And she said, well, what about? She basically stated, go to my last video, she made a comment, and she basically stated, if what about the people who can't afford your services? What about the people, the elderly? What about basically people who can't afford my services? Well, guys, let me tell you something. There's a lot of things I can afford that I want, but does that make that company, that product, or that service that I want, should I make them feel bad because I can't afford it? No, you can't, guys. Everything, that's why you have options. That's why. So if someone calls me and I tell them $50 a room, and they say that's too much, or I don't want to pay that price, guys, I've gotten to the point where it's okay if everybody is not willing to pay my prices, because there's enough people out there that will. I understand my market. I understand who I'm marketing to. I understand what the type of customers and clients that I work for, what they're looking for. The customers and clients that I work for, guys, these customers are not price conscious. That's why, for example, you have hotels. You can go stay at a one-star hotel for $50 a night. That's not the best. Or you can go stay at a five-star resort where you get the red carpet treatment. The place is immaculate. The customer service is excellent. And again, that's your choice. So you can either go to a one-star hotel, you can go to a three-star hotel. I've been to three, 4-star hotels and resorts. I've never been to the 5-star resort. But I will say, it's a good feeling when you can afford to go to a 3, 4 star resort or hotel compared to a 1 or 2 star. But again, just like Joseph just said, 5-star hotels are not for everyone. You know, some people just can't afford it. That's just the world that we live in. So when it comes to business, you can't get what I've learned, guys, because I used to be like this. I used to let my emotions get in the way of feeling feeling guilty, feeling guilty because someone couldn't afford my service. And basically, what I was doing, this is something I will always tell anybody in business. The worst thing you can do in business is try to please everyone. You're not in business to please everyone, guys. You're not. You can't do it. You can go buy a Honda for 30,000, or you can go buy a top of the line Mercedes for 100,000. And there are people that do this every day. You can go buy a watch for $100, but guess what? You have people out here that go buy Rolexes for 20 and 30,000. So my thing is, to answer the lady's question, is I'm not in business. I'm not in business, and I taught myself this years ago. I'm not in business to service everyone. I can't feel guilty because someone say my prices are too high. I can't feel guilty because someone can't afford my services. I mean, I hate to sound I hate to sound mean about it, but that's not my responsibility. That's not that again, it's not my job to try to please everyone. And once I understood this, now this is something I always teach when people call me to consult, is understand who's your ideal customer. For example, I don't shop at Walmart. Even though I know I can go to Walmart and get the same products for cheaper, I don't shop at Walmart. Why? Because I don't like their customer service. Why should I go to a place of business that has 50 cash registers but only one is open, and you have people waiting in line for 30, 45 minutes? Why? I'm not going to deal with it. Why? Because I have options. I go to Target. I go to Publix. Those are the only two places I shop because I would rather pay more and get better customer service. I would rather pay more and get the feeling of I'm not just a number, you know. And again, that's my choice. Does it make it right? Does it make it wrong? No, it doesn't. It's just my choice and what I choose to do for myself. Me and my wife are totally different. My wife is a price shopper. My wife is a coupon clipper. She looks for the cheapest stuff. Me, I'm the totally opposite. Okay, I try to get the best of what my money can buy. Okay, that's just the way it is, guys. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. We just have to understand as business people and as consumers, what do you want? What do you want? Would you rather go to a store because you're going to save a couple dollars and get poor customer service? And guess what? Yes, because that's why those places are open. Because some people just don't care. Some people, their main objective is to save a few bucks. They could care less about the customer service. They can care less how the place looks, how it smells. Those just are people, and again, I'm not here to say they're wrong for choosing what they want or what they want to buy. But me, I'm the opposite, guys. When I go in hotels, me and my family are going to New York um, for July the 31st through August the 3rd. And I got a pretty good hotel. I actually think it's a 4 star right in the middle of Times Square because, again, I do the best of what my money can afford. Um, so yes, I could settle for less. I could go stay at the Red Roof Inn, you know, for $60 a night. But that's not what I want. So basically, what I'm saying is that again, if you're a business person, the worst thing you can do, guys, is let your emotions get caught up in how you price your business. You know, that's the worst thing you can do because now what you're trying to do, you're trying to please everybody. And when I hear, and this just lets me know that certain people who are in business, they really don't understand. When I hear people say, I work for everybody, a smart business owner would never, you would never hear a smart business owner say that. I work for everybody. You can't work for everybody. You're not in business to work for everybody. That's why you have to understand who is your ideal customer. And I understand, guys, and it's nothing wrong with that. And the third thing is the franchise. I visualize me having 3 vans within the next year, and I visualize franchising the name Truman Steamers. I made a comment about I don't want to focus on carpet cleaning. I want to focus on customer service. And the young lady asked, "Well, how can you do that, guys? You can do it. For example, look at Chick-fil-A. Perfect example. You look at, I mean, you can name Target, Publix. I love Publix. But look at Chick-fil-A, guys. The best, this is a fast food restaurant, but there's no other fast food restaurant that beats them in customer service. Why? Because of systems. They have their own unique system. So when someone asks you or asks me a question, how can I guarantee my customer service? Guys, it's just have to get a system in place. And right now, that's not my main focus. But when the time come, I will have people that will help me put these systems in place. You know, that's one thing I'm learning now as I get older and I get wiser. Because I talk on Cleaners Connect a lot, but I always had this mentality of I can do it by myself. No one can do it better than me. You know, I'm the greatest. And guys, I hate to bust my bubble, and I had to. I'm wrong. I can't do it by myself. You know, I need people to help me to get where I'm trying to go. So right now, I see this vision. I see this vision of, you know, my own personal life. I see this vision of my company, giving other people opportunity. And yes, it comes with the right people. So if someone wants to buy the Truman Steamers franchise, our franchise, it isn't the main focus carpet cleaning. Because if the main focus of my business is carpet cleaning, well, guys, again, what's the point? Anybody can clean carpets. I can. You can. Anybody can come ride with me for a week and would know how to clean carpets just as good as me. The carpet cleaning isn't the hardest part. It's such the easy part. Cleaning carpet is so easy. All you have to understand is technique and chemistry, and that's it. But to learn how to be unique, it takes patience, it takes time, it takes growth, learning from your mistakes, and also putting the right people in place. So, and that's what I see. That's what I see for myself. And that was the best way I could answer her question is just only one way to find out. It's only one way to find out. So I wasn't trying to sound sarcastic, but again, it's not like my main focus right now. My main focus is to help the people that are with me right now, help them grow. Um, so that will help Truman Steamers grow, and it will also give me the freedom and the time to do what I want to do in the future with the company. I know I have a great business model. I get a lot of feedback, not only from my clients and my customers, but also from cleaners, because I take pride in what I do, guys. I love what I do. I'm happy with what I do, and this business has just given me a um, a good life. It really has, and and I've been in this business for 20 years, and I love it. I really love it, and I'm going to be in this business for a while. To say I'm going to be on the truck, I mean, again, I love being on the truck, but right now my way of thinking is changing. So that's just to answer some questions for people that follow me. Like I said, I just get so many questions. It's just hard. It's impossible for me to keep up. It is. So is that some of the reasons why you don't have your when it comes to my previous helper, again, guys, things it just didn't work out. Okay, I'm just going to keep it there. It didn't work out. I wish him the best. He has a long life ahead of him. I mean, this kid was basically young enough to be my son. I could have had him when I was 18 years old. But all I will say is that, I'm just a person that I believe that things happen for a reason. And again, it's no hard feelings. Things happen, people move on. Things, it is what it is. But like I said, I have someone else that is helping me now, and we'll just see where it goes. I'm just kind of person. I just take it one day at a time. It's kind of like what the Bible says. Focus on today, worry about today, and and tomorrow would take care of itself. How much you pay hourly your employees if you don't? I don't pay by the hour. I pay by the day. I usually start off about 125 a day, and after that, depends on the day. If the day goes longer, I will pay more. If we get tips, like today, I had a customer that gave us $100 tip, and I split that between me and my assistant. So he actually made $175 today, and we only did one job. So I just try to be fair. I try to be fair, and just every day, guys, just do. Um, yeah, I mean, again, we just take it one day at a time. Everybody's a good worker, everybody's a good helper. But once you give it time, you give it, a few weeks, a few months, because one thing about this business in the service industry is it's really hard to keep that let's say manager employee relationship, business wise, because when you're in the truck, as the owner of the business, and you hire an assistant or a helper, I like to use the word assistant. It's really hard to keep it business, because it goes from, hey, how you doing, you're going to be helping me do this, you're going to be helping me do that. Then about a week later, you're talking about what's your favorite activities, your favorite hobbies. Are you married? Do you have kids? And then next thing you know, you start talking about, it gets personal. So it's really hard to keep this part of the business strictly business, because you just can't sit in a truck with someone and just drive without talking, and it gets personal. Like my guy Donald, who's been with me for going on 4 days. I mean, yes, I know so many things about him just in these 4 days. You get to hear the conversations they have with their girlfriends, their wives. So it really it can get personal. Um, I had 3 employees now just do, and that's fine. I actually did a video on Cleaners Connect earlier about this. Is that I think we should stop bashing each other about. It's a question that get answered a lot. Are you a slave to your business, or are you if you're an owner operator, do you own a real business? And I think that's such a question that really gets us nowhere. I mean, I just believe, and this is just me. I really believe just let people do what makes them happy. Just because someone has 5 trucks or 10 trucks, and somebody else wants to be an owner operator, I mean, guys, just be grateful. I mean, what happened to people just being grateful for what they have? And I think it to me, it's almost like a low blow when you try to degrade someone, you try to downgrade someone because they're not a multi-truck business, or they're not on your level. That's just like, to me, it's just like the wrong thinking to have when we start telling people how they should run their business, or how many trucks they should have, or if they should have employees. I mean, guys, just let people be happy. Let people be happy. I mean, money. I mean, again, I used to watch this documentary, not documentary. I used to watch this show that used to come on TV, and I used to be just, my mind used to just blow to see these stories. This show is called American Greed, and these people would have all the money in the world, and they would lose half of it and blow their head off. I mean, people would have $100 million in the bank, lose half of it, and blow their head off. I mean, it's crazy. So my thing is like, do money really make us happy? And my thing is to anybody that's watching and listening, you have to ask yourself this: when is enough? Because what might be enough to someone else might not be, uh, uh, too much to someone else. So my thing is, we just have to be happy with who we are, and sometimes just be grateful. Just be grateful for what you have. I've always been that way. Even when I didn't have a dollar in my bank account, my wife used to ask me this. She was like, "How are you happy?" And I'm like, "Because I'm not going to let money define who I am. Because once you let money define who you are, guys, you're lost. You're basically a slave to money." Okay, and so that's what it becomes. Instead of people saying, "Oh, I'm not a slave to my business," no, you're a slave to money. And that's what we have to understand is, guys, just be grateful. Be grateful, because to see what some people, how some people live in this world, um how some people eat every day, how some people sleep. I mean, there are people out here that sleep on concrete floors. And these are some of the happiest people in the world. I mean, I was telling Cleaners Connect, there was a documentary on Netflix. Go check it out for yourself. It's called Happy. And that's the name of the documentary. And to see how some people live, and these are like the happiest people in the world. And these people don't have barely no money, but they're happy. So I just try to find that perfect balance, guys, because again, before I let money, uh, you know, uh, be a slave to money, I'll stay in the truck. I tell people, hey, if I have to clean carpets to the day I die, who am I to complain? That's something I always ask myself. If I have to push a one to the day I die, I hear people say, "Oh, you shouldn't be pushing a one." Who still pushes a one at 50 years old? I know cleaners that clean in their 60s and their 70s, and these guys look happier than most of the guys in their 30s and 40s. Okay, so it's really just that question, and we just have to really just let it go. And again, just let people be people. Let people do what they want to do. Who are we to tell someone how they should live their life? As long as you're happy, as long as you treat people right, guys, the rest will follow. I'm a firm believer in that. What's for you is for what is for you, and nobody can take it away from you but you. So, YouTube. I have another YouTube channel. I'm going to start. You know, get into more personal vacations with my family, really different topics that I want to kind of separate from the Truman Steamers page. So I have another channel. You'll see me on it. I got to get me a new banner made, but it's called I Am Courtney Lee. That's my other YouTube channel. So if you guys want to subscribe, I'm going to be doing more videos on there. Just kicking it around the house, driving around, going on vacations, going to the beach. I just want to find another way to separate my personal, from the business page. And so that's what I did. I created another page. I am Courtney Lee, and you guys can follow me there. And I'll be start doing more videos on that page. But I'll just say this to all the people that's in business, or if you're thinking about getting in business, just understand and realize, uh, what do you want for you and your family. And I think if you can be honest with yourself and answer that question, um, guys, you really don't owe anybody an answer but yourself and the people that you're trying to take care of. So, that's the best advice I can give to someone is, do you, and do it in your own unique way. Be original, and be yourself. Be yourself. And that's what I do, guys. I think that's why so many people grasp onto me, and because just to see what I've done in these years. Even sometimes I look back and like, wow, it's amazing where I've come from, and it really is, and it feels good, to do what I have done. Um, and I talk to a lot of cleaners. I talk to a lot of veterans in this business. I'm just a fair person. I don't choose sides. I don't choose sides, and I think that's why again, so many people can reach out to me because I'm not a person that takes sides. I just go with what's right, what's wrong, and what's best for me, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So, like I said, guys, I'm here, Courtney Lee. I thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and I'm just gonna just again just ride my wave and keep doing me and keep growing. Always challenging myself for the best, and also you guys, man, inspiring you guys and motivating you guys. Well, I'm gonna say inspiring. I'm not gonna say motivating because I tell people like this. Another thing, don't get motivated by me or anybody else. The best motivation is self motivation, all right? Because you can get motivated by me for a short period of time, but once reality kicks in, that motivation goes away. So the best motivation, and we have too many people out here that motivate people for a short period of time, so they keep giving you more and more. But the best motivation is self motivation. Learn how to motivate yourself. Find something that you believe in. Find something that you can envision in your head that's going to motivate you. And no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult it becomes, find a way to keep yourself motivated. And if you can find that self motivation, guys, the sky's the limit, and you can do anything you want to do. And do it your way. Don't let people try to dictate you. Don't let people try to force you to do something you don't want to do. And I think if you do that, guys, you would be a-okay. But you too, that's it, man. So again, just to answer a few questions, new YouTube page is I am Courtney Lee. I'm going to be having, doing some things with my daughter, my kids, my wife, just all kind of things, guys, because I really love this. I really love the camera. I really just meeting new people, and just it just gives me an opportunity to show people who I am, and in my world. So thanks again, you guys. Have a great night, and I will see you in the next one.